Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon here on the Simon Talks Star Wars channel, and we're back with another Star Wars reaction, twice in the space of a week, which is pretty rare nowadays, given the fact that we are in a bit of a lull for Star Wars content. Obviously, we've got the Bad Batch ongoing, which is due to finish up in a few weeks. We had the trailer to Tales of the Empire last week, which was fantastic. If you haven't, checked that out on the channel. And today we have the story trailer for Star Wars Outlaws. We got a very short gameplay trailer about 9 months ago. There's been a lot of ups and downs for Star Wars games over the last couple of years. Games that have been announced and then nothing heard of them, like Eclipse. Games that have been constantly back and forth as to whether they're actually going to get made, such as the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which, again, we still don't know if that's being made. There's still the Bounty Hunters game. And so I made a bold prediction that Star Wars Outlaws may not come out this year. There may be some kind of an issue, it may get delayed. That turned out not to be quite true. According to the information online, this game is due to release at the end of August. And it does feel like it's coming together now. We've got this story trailer, which tends to come out fairly close to the release date. So we'll find out the release date, I presume, at the very end of the trailer. So far, everything looks pretty interesting. It's an open world game. If it's anything like Jedi Survivor, it's going to be really good. I know it's not necessarily the same people. I don't think it's the same people making it. But the story premise intrigues me. You know, it looks like we're going to be playing as Kay, who is a bounty hunter or some kind of an underground figure, who's making her way through the grotty underworld during the reign of the Empire, has ties and has her story, interact with lots of different people, whether it's the Empire, the Hook clan. There's so many different elements that seem to be going into this. And her trusty commando droid, ND5, who, again, I just love these droid side characters. We've got BD1 in the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order games. We've got Cassian's droid in Andor. I think it was a B. I can't remember the rest of his name. We've got Chopper, obviously, who is immortalized in Rebels and brought into live action in Ahsoka. So it's a really good time for droid companions. And I'm interested to see what kind of a companion ND5 is going to be. But we are going to have a trailer here, so we're going to jump in. If you haven't, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I will be putting out videos probably about the game itself when it's released. We've got the reactions to Tales of the Empire coming up next month. And as always, there are videos going on about all the happenings, all the theories that I have. So yeah, if you haven't, do check out the channel and subscribe. So here we go. We're going to look at the trailer and see what it's like.
Each of you
okay,
some of the most
Canto
powerful
Bight.
criminal organizations in the galaxy.
And this is all in engine.
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, was that?
It's a golden age for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy,
Ooh.
but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make
I like it.
millions.
So yeah, it's the syndicates.
The underworld's favorite new scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal.
Zarek Besh.
You crossed their boss Slero, and now he wants
Slero,
you gone.
not Sleemo.
Rob his fortune and buy your freedom.
It's a heist game.
It's a death wish.
Han Solo, okay.
I'm in.
Out here, you live and die by your reputation.
That's a cool looking
Wanna
character.
survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look,
Yo,
don't try
oh,
anything. I got a
oh,
whole crew surrounding the... Okay, we're skipping that part.
For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix.
Nix. Cute companion.
We have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew
Oh my god.
and the right ship.
I thought that was 000 for a second.
Hang on.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Solero. Best
Interesting.
is mixed up in something bigger.
Star Destroyer.
The Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy. But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, dude!
Hey. Oh, that's a Sarlacc. That's Death Troop. There's so much. Spiders! Great Dragon.
Star Wars Outlaws.
So much going on.
Available now.
No, don't pre-order. Yeah, so August 30th. That was a jam-packed trailer. But the story seems fairly simplistic. It's morally ambiguous character who has a debt and has a chance to take on a heist to pay off that debt. Probably gets tangled up in the wrong sorts, but the interesting part here is that, I mean, from what they've said about the game, is you have the ability to entangle with different factions. So if you want to try and, be more friendly with the Empire, you can. If you want to try and antagonize them, you can. I don't quite know how that will work mixing in with the main story. I love those kinds of games where you have a lot of control over the story itself. It's less linear and more adaptive. Obviously, the gameplay itself, it's open world, so that's going to take you to many different places, quite clearly from what we've seen here. The timeline is interesting. It looks as though it is going to be between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because we saw Han Solo in Carbonite. I don't know whether the story is going to span for a long time, so it might be that we, begin before Empire Strikes Back and the events of the story go right the way through it, and you're just a character in the background. But it is going to be during the Galactic Civil War, which is interesting because Crimson Dawn is still there. Obviously, at that point, Maul is long dead. Kira, I don't know if that was Kira at the beginning. I'll be honest, I've not read up any of the comics or the books that might pertain to Kira. My knowledge of her story is limited to the Solo movie, so I don't know exactly what happens with Crimson Dawn or her character once the Galactic Civil War begins. I'm guessing at some point she probably gets killed. I don't know, maybe. I'll have to look that up, and even then it's probably going to get, sort of changed, because nothing in comics or novels is especially safe. But the story itself looks quite interesting. I think that people are going to play this game more maybe for the gameplay than the story and the setting. So you can't go wrong. You've got a very fluffy and cute companion. You've got a droid commando companion. The character seems fairly light-hearted, kind of like the thief with a heart of gold, maybe. But again, that could be down to us. It could be down to how we want to play the character. If you want it to be a Han Solo thief with the heart of gold type, or if you want to be a Cad Bane, cutthroat bounty hunter type, maybe you can. I don't know. It just gave us the outline of the story, less than the actual gameplay, which is fair. It is a story trailer. But I'm excited to see what it's going to bring. I'm very hesitant to pre-order. I don't pre-order games much nowadays because we've all seen how disastrous that can turn out. And if the only thing you're getting from it is a speeder and a bit of cosmetics, is it really worth putting your money down now? I don't know. That's a debate for another time. That's a consumer-related debate that I'm not going to get into, but it looks interesting. So I'd love to know what you think of the trailer. Lots of interesting characters. Jabba, the Empire, Han Solo in Carbonite, an interesting array of species, and all of the syndicates are going to be involved. The Pikes, Crimson Dawn, a new syndicate that's being brought in, and lots of new characters as well that look fairly intriguing. Certainly, I think they're going to be very all over the show when it comes to their morals and motivations. Maybe we'll get some, interesting characters that can be brought into mainstream with it. I always wanted to see a TV show about the syndicates. you know, about the underworld, which I think is why Mando season 1 was so intriguing to me, because it was kind of about, you know, the underworld, the bounty hunters, the people who are not involved in the big picture, you know. So I'd like something like that. Maybe this will be a stepping stone. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next video.